Squad has recently updated the game engine to Unreal Engine 5, and with it have come new graphics, lighting, mechanics, and complaints, with some people saying they have been locked out of a game that they bought many years ago, and we're gonna look at it all. But I want to hear your opinion on this, because what would have been the better thing for OWI to do? They could recreate the game in Unreal Engine 5, and that might alleviate some of the issues of the game, but also charge more money for essentially the same product with better graphics, also causing all of the mods to be entirely remade. Or over the years, do they upgrade the current copy, not requiring people to drop money on a second game, but it also runs the chance of people on lower end PCs not being able to run a game that has more or less ran fine for all these years, but we'll dive into that point more later on. First, we have to talk about the graphics, which have received a nice facelift, especially in regards to the lighting. The shadows look really good, especially in the varied time that maps have, whilst also giving you a slight advantage because now you can see when someone is about to run around a corner, allowing you to pre-fire them. It's also become much harder to see enemies hiding near windows, especially on the new Al-Basra map, which has been redone and looks so much better. But as someone who kind of already struggled to see the enemies, the game did become a little bit harder for me. And I'm just gonna throw this out there. The day that I learn what the different uniforms look like off by heart, I would be the best squad player, but these changes also pave the way for future graphical upgrades, especially for weather features in the future, and hopefully night maps, which I believe in global escalation is already a thing, and it does kind of change the gameplay and atmosphere on some of the maps, and it's very fun, and I do recommend you check it out. But the game overall, it just looks much better in regards to the bushes, the more consistent lighting. But the one thing I've learned about game engines is that Unreal Engine 5 can be a slot machine in the sense there's little logic to how it will run. It's easy for me to sit up here with my YouTuber tier PC and say if people don't like this update, they are suffering from a financial skill issue, but you see so many people saying, I have a 5090, the game doesn't run anymore. Then the next person is like, I've got a 1650, it runs fine, and then the next person with a 1650 will say, no the hell it does not. But like I said, that's what's been hanging over my head with this update, and that is Unreal Engine 5 has really soured a lot of people's attitudes towards new releases. I got Stalker 2 at release, it ran perfectly fine, and then a couple of months later I upgrade the CPU, the RAM, the motherboard, and somehow it runs even worse, coupled with frame gen, which is essentially mandatory these days, but it also produces that weird lag. If you've played a game that uses frame gen, and if you have a 40 series, 50 series card, you'll know what I mean, that it just has that weird input lag. But it just felt like a little while ago, people were hyping up Unreal Engine 5. It was going to be this game changer with amazing graphics and it'll run much better. But I feel like it has just been a terrible letdown, and I'm a little bit concerned about some other tactical shooters that are going to be saying like, oh, we're going to be releasing 2026 on Unreal Engine 5. It just has me a little bit concerned. But back to Squad. One of my favorite things about this update is the new audio engine and weapon sounds. They sound much better and distinct. But speaking of distinct, the Middle East Alliance has been rebranded as the Iranian Army, which is great because I've always preferred they just come out and say who you're playing as rather than beat around the bush, even though this has caused some controversy on YouTube due to two problem factions in Project Reality are now suddenly an issue on YouTube, but that's kind of a rant that Blue Drake went on. But all of the insignia has been updated, the G3 now has an underbarrel grip, and the faction is more or less the same, except now they get a Huey because Iran, I don't even know how to say it. It's just fascinating how they just cling on to American equipment, especially like the F-14. I just think that's cool. But the next faction has some people split on its implementation, and that is the Canadian Resistance, which is an irregular force that is played in the North American biome. They have some amazing and unique equipment that range from the Lienfield M1 carbine, SKS, which thankfully has a magazine and not a stripper clip, and I just think they wanted an asymmetrical faction for the North America biome, since Eastern Europe and the Middle East have their own. Speaking of the irregular militia, this is probably the one thing that I really don't like about this update, but they have been reworked. They get a new T-72A, which just looks absolutely gorgeous, but all of their American weaponry, such as the Scarface M16, the M4, and a bunch of other ones, have been removed in favor of Russian equipment, such as this fancy Asval, which is pretty cool in its own right, but I think OWI wanted to narrow them down to be specifically Russian separatists, since the Ukrainian faction is going to be in the game soon, but unfortunately this means the IMF no longer speaks Serbian. OWI, give me Sarajevo and Serbia and Bosnia and you can have my firstborn. But moving on, the last thing in terms of roles and faction changes is one that has instilled a new form of paranoia in me, and that is the addition of drones that are also limited to 2 per team. You are now able to send up a drone that can fly around and spot for you, and when you use this in a squad that's actually communicating, I've done this myself, it's like having ESP where you just know exactly where the enemy is. I've been on the receiving end of this thing wondering how the hell they knew where we were, and when you look up in the sky and try and shoot this thing down, just good luck, that's all I have to say. Thankfully you can't slap IEDs and explosives onto these things. As cool as it seems, I think it just would be ridiculously overpowered given the only cooldown it has is the battery, which can be bypassed if it gets destroyed and you get another one from an ammo crate for only 250 supply. But moving on to the brand new Commend system, you will unlock Commendation tokens as you play the game that can be used to be distributed at the end of the match for things like teamwork, leadership, and various roles. I saw people initially saying this would cause people to play for commends like, oh squatty, you want me to do a logi run? I'll do it for 2 commends. Thankfully that hasn't been the case, and this feature doesn't really have any greater purpose other than maybe showing that you have a microphone and a brainstem and are capable of using it, which admittedly, I'm not gonna sit here and say I don't appreciate getting a commend token for like teamwork. At the end of the match, I need little things here and there to kind of say, you know, good job pal, you're doing a good job. It's an issue that stems from my childhood, but the ICO itself is just, it's in a really good spot since they've adjusted the recoil once again to make it feel more natural as opposed to playing something like World of Tanks where you're essentially rolling a dice on whether you'll land a shot and there's barely any logic to how accurate you are, but they did this to make firefights shorter when you're fighting from less than 150 meters, and I definitely do feel this as I feel like I just have more control over my weapon, but I'm also not getting one-tapped from 200 meters away from a guy sitting in a bush. But the front post also no longer goes away due to the recoil. You'll know what I mean when you're just firing rapidly and you're just looking over. But they did boast how vehicle physics have been improved, air quotes, and you're just gonna have to take my word for this. Even though I don't like to use tracked vehicles in this game, a lot of people have been complaining and saying that it feels like you're fucking the captain of the Titanic and you're trying to like turn the ship away from an iceberg, but disaster happens anyways. That's something a lot of people have been saying, and I also did notice that just general use of the vehicles, they end up flipping a lot more frequently than what I remember they used to. But honestly, at the time that I was writing this script, it was a free weekend, so it could either be the new vehicle mechanics or it could just be shit drivers, but I'm no saint myself in that department. Look, officer, I swear to God, I've only had a couple. But looking at this update as a whole, for me, my favorite faction, it got changed. The ICO has been improved even further. The graphics look better and more modern, and I'm more or less getting the same frame rate as I did before. It's just been a net positive for me all round, but if you were someone that used to be able to play this game but now can't because of Unreal Engine 5, I just love to hear your experience in the comments, and also everyone else, just what your thoughts are so far, because people in my Discord have given me those specs, and also there's been a lot of variation in how well they were able to run the game. But now I'm just going to show you raw what the future of Squad looks like with some gameplay. I hope you enjoy it. You there, driver?
Brother, you there? Get in.
Right, okay. I'm driving. The engine's off. The engine's off!
Patch him up.
Do I stop or do I go? I don't like driving.
Shot him.
Go.
You shot him, you fucking dick.
I don't know what to do. I
Just follow me, move, Mark.
hate driving in this game. Stresses me out.
It's gonna be a short turn. Oh, okay.
I fucking hate this. I hate this.
Now my shoes are wet.
Oh my fucking.
How the fuck you flip that?
This is why I'm banned from driving.
You've been drinking again? Drinking and driving?
Look, officer, I swear to God, I've only had a couple. It's all good, we're on the point, so it's okay. If I got it stuck, bro, I'm just uninstalling. Like, this is why. It's like, there's like a server rule. If you actually read the fine print on servers that you join, it's like a, because you know how all the squad servers, they all communicate, they all talk. They have to have a sit-down meeting.
West, enemy vehicle.
They have to have a meeting and say, yeah, like, Tantu, like, he's just, don't let him, that's not ours.
That's a log.
Watch out, watch out, watch out.
And they log you.
Oh, that's, didn't go as far as I thought.
Ready up. They're gonna ambush us or some shit.
I thought it would go further, in my defense.
No. Come on, guys. We got school to shoot up.
Huh? Oh, well, oh, no, we actually have to go to a school. Okay, yeah. Thought he kind of just pulled that out and... Oh, fucking... Do I bail out? I'm bailing out. I'm bailing out. Am I alive? Am I alive? I'm alive? Am I alive? I'm alive. I'm alive. Alright, so the rest of the team seems to be doing pretty good. Us, we're not doing too good. Slow start. We did do the back capping though. You know, no need to commend us.
Fucking kid, shut up.
Jeez, I thought that was coming from someone's microphone.
Nah, they've had that for a while.
Oh, I never noticed. It's cool. Oh yeah, he's definitely over here. Shit, contact.
Command works there. Attention, watch out. There's a guy right there.
Yeah, we're engaging. I can hear it. He's over here. I fucking hit him once.
Nice.
He's smoking.
Sweet.
Thank you.
Rearm and hit him again if you can.
School is receiving ranging shots from Hardy or Moira.
He's taken 3 hits. He's smoking.
I think school's getting Hardy.
I need ammo. And it's getting cooked. And the hab is getting cooked. Okay. Watch out, I got a rocket.
Right there, observe mark.
One directly to you. One directly
Oh,
to
you're in front of you, in front of you. Come on, come on. The M113 has been abandoned. It's still up and smoking, but no one's in it.
Oh, just leave it. It'll be a ticket denial or whatever. Fuck!
Come on, let's try and get this.
This is a full base out here, so at least dropping supplies. They're repairing.
Red. Right
Where,
there.
where you're... Yeah.
Hit it once. Smoking up and he's going away. Oi, you got a ammo bag? Fucking hell. That just got reset. Can you tell squad 10, to the left there's a fucking M113. Fucking APC got destroyed. Very stupid to run out with this equipped, because if they... He doesn't see me. Admittingly, I wasn't expecting a Bradley, I was expecting something else. I was not expecting that. Okay. Anyways, I'm going to end today's video there. I hope you did enjoy it, because if you did, please do consider leaving a like, subscribing, sharing the video with your friends. My name is Tan2, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.